Hello everyone, let's start with classification of number today. So today we are going to discuss some different kind of numbers, that is natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational number and irrational number, right? Let's start with the natural number first. So natural number, it's like if we start counting naturally, so we will start 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So these are the natural numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. Next, it comes as the whole numbers. Now, whole numbers, when I add 0 in the natural numbers, that will become whole numbers, right? After whole numbers, it comes as the integers. Now, integers. You can see here all the numbers are positive, right? But when we include the negative number in the whole numbers, that will become integers. Now natural, whole and integers are done. Next is come as the rational number. So major the students will have confusion in the rational and irrational. So it's very basic definition is there. Rational number, when any number is in the form of P by Q form, right? P by Q. Here there is a condition that Q should not be equal to 0. Right? The denominator should not be equal to 0. So that is any number if we are having in the form of P by Q, that is a rational number. Now, if I'm saying that tell me 3 is a rational number or not? Yes, 3 is a rational number because we can write 3 by 1, right? And P by Q. We can write it in the form of P by Q. There is one more condition that P and Q both should be integers, right? Both should be integers. It can be negative as well. For example, if I'm saying minus 3, yes, minus 3 is also a rational number because I can write it as minus 3 by 1. So as you can see, the denominator is not equal to 0 and both are the integers, so our condition satisfied, right? So any number 2 by 3, 5 by 8, these all are the rational number. It is very clear. But we can say all the integers also are rational number. Now next, let's talk about the irrational number here. Now there is a major confusion between rational and irrational number. Let's talk about rational and irrational number in decimal number. So rational number P by Q form, that we understand. What about if it is given in the decimal form? Then how will you get to know that the number is rational or irrational? So see, 0.5. 0.5 means 1 by 2, right? And 1 by 2. This is the P by Q form. So from here we understand that if the decimal number terminate, means it stops somewhere, that is the rational number. Okay, so this is the first type. Second type is, for example, 1 by 3. Now 1 by 3 is a rational number, but if we convert in the decimal form, it gives me 0.3333 up to so on, right? It will not terminate. So first condition was the termination, but what about if the number is non-terminating? Then the second condition comes that if the number is non-terminating, but it is reoccurring. Reoccurring means, as you can see, 3 is repeating again and again. And also I can write it as the bar. So wherever on the number there is a bar, it means that number is repeating, right? So we are having two conditions here. First one is if the number is terminating, that is rational, or if the number is non-terminating, but if the numbers are reoccurring, it means that is a rational number. I hope you understand. Not even a single number, it can be two numbers. It can be like 1.141414 like this. So see, the numbers are repeating here. So these are the rational numbers. Now let's talk about the irrational number. Irrational number, a very clear definition that the number should be always non-terminating and non-reoccurring. The number should be non-repeating. Non-repeating, for example, I am saying 3.1456238 up to so on. So see, number is non-terminating and See, these numbers are non-repeating. So these are the irrational numbers. So some students is having major confusion, that is pi, and the pi value is 22 by 7. So let me tell you, actually 22 by 7 is not the value of pi. This is the approx value, because the exact value of pi is, let me tell you, exact value of pi is 3.14159265 up to so on. So as you can see here, the number are non-reoccurring and non-terminating. So pi is an irrational number, right? And 22 by 7, its value is approx 3.142857, and again it will repeat 142857 up to so on. So see, 142857, 142857 will repeat again. So that is why this is non-terminating but reoccurring. So this is rational, but exact value of pi is irrational number. So that is why pi is an irrational number. Now I hope you understand the definitions of all the numbers. Let's try some questions here. So the question is, which of the following is not a rational number? So not a rational number, we know that, see this one, under root 9 by 2. And yes, some students can say under root 2, under root, if any number is in the under root, that is a irrational number. So not all the numbers, some numbers are the perfect square. For example, here in the first option, root 9. Root 9 means it is 3. 9 is a perfect square, right? So it comes as 3, so 3 by 2. So this is not a rational number, this is a rational number. So my answer is A here. We know that pi is an irrational number, under root 3, because these values are again non-terminating and non-reoccurring. So these are irrational numbers. Let's move to next. Which of the following is an irrational number here? So I want an answer from your side. You can give me an answer for this. Under root 23, 225, 0.3796 or 7.478478. You can see here I have given you the hint. So this one is repeating, this one is terminating, this one 225 perfect square, and what about this root 23? So I hope you got the answer here. Let's come to the next. From the following number, which number is not a rational number? So not a rational number, you can find again 227, 34, 0.666, and A is pi. So the question is not a rational number. Not a rational number means it should be irrational number. So answer is A. Next, more type of numbers we are having, that is prime number, composite number, and co-prime number. So prime numbers are those which does not have any other factor. For example, if I'm talking about 5 or 2 or 3, right? So here you can see, if I'm talking about 2 here, so the factor of 2 will be 1 and 2 itself. So whenever there is a number, for example 13, right? So 13, the factor of 13 will be 1 and itself. That are the prime numbers. Next, opposite of that, composite number. Composite number means if we are having more than 2 factors. 2 factor is always there, that number itself and 1. For example, 12. Right, 1 and 12. So 1 and itself, that always be there. But other than that, 2 is the factor of this, 4 is the factor of this, 6 is the factor of this, right? So whenever we are having more than 2 factors of such number, that are the composite numbers. Next, there is co-prime numbers. Co-prime number, it means suppose there are 2 numbers, 2 and 3. Nothing should be common in between them. That are the co-prime numbers. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That is not compulsory that both numbers should be prime. No, co-prime means the relation between them. So if there is nothing in between common there, that are the co-prime numbers. So 4, 5 is a co-prime number. So if I'm saying 12 and 16, are they co-prime? No. 2 is common between them. 4 is common between them, right? So if any factor is common between them, that are not co-prime numbers. So the co-prime, it means the factor common should be 1 always. So I hope you understand. Let's do one last question. Which is the smallest prime number? I hope everybody knows. So prime number, the smallest prime number is 2.